Hey, thanks for tuning in today. I'm recording this in Melbourne at my hotel. I'm in my hiking gear, which is crazy to say in Melbourne on a Monday morning, but I'm meeting up with a group of friends and we are doing a 20-kilometre hike, which will be really fun. That's why I'm down in Melbourne, actually, is for this walk and for this gathering. Now, look, I haven't signed an NDA about this event that I'm at, but I'm not going to share every detail on it, but I will share a few things because, this is my podcast about what I'm doing. So I flew in yesterday, my birthday, and went to this lovely dinner. So basically the gathering is a dinner. There's about 13, 14 people, and I didn't really know who was coming along. I knew a couple of people there. I knew the hosts. So then there's like that onboarding of, okay, now we're bringing a group of people together. Like, how do we do that? So with this lovely dinner, then we walked to a park, which was really close in Collingwood. And then MBS, who I will talk about because he has encouraged me to record this episode, Michael Bungay Stanier, he open up with a very light question for all of us to introduce ourselves. You've heard of icebreakers, and there's some like really corny ones. MBS has the best questions, and the question he came up with was, share 2 essential things about yourself. Wow, what a question. That's a deep question if you want to take it that way. And I guess you can, when these questions come around and you're with a group of people that you don't know, you can play it a couple of different ways. I guess the first way is you can be quite strategic around this. You might want to flex a bit about what you do. You might want to say something if you know someone else in the space can help you out. There's a strategic way of answering it. Or there's a second way, and this is the approach that I took, like just be normal and just say whatever comes to your mind. And the beauty of this is we didn't have much time to think about it. So no one was judging what people were saying as well. But I guess I was even surprised by what I shared. The first thing I shared was that what's essential about me is that I'm left-handed. And I have not mentioned that on how many episodes, over 250 episodes so far. I have not even mentioned that, but it was a really important thing that came to me in the moment. And MBS mentioned, you should do a podcast about why left-handed people are so awesome. But why I shared that with the group, why I identify with being left-handed so much and so powerfully. I guess one thing is often when I'm writing on flipcharts or whiteboards in rooms, like I'm doing a strategy sesh with a group of leaders, there's always someone in the room that's, I'm left-handed too. And instantly we are like BFFs. There's something about just being connected with a left-handed person. I don't know what it is. And I'm just sharing this because maybe if you're right-handed, you don't know that this happens, but left-handed people really do connect. And this is the reason why I relate with it so powerfully, is because when you're growing up, you realize that everything's been built. You're living in a right-handed world. So you just have to get on with it. You have to adapt and you don't question anything. You just go, that's the way it is. I'll adapt to it and make it work in my way. And I think that is a mindset that left-handed people have. I don't know if there's any underpinning research on it, but I just think that, I guess, my ability to be able to just accept things as they are and go, all right, well, we'll deal with it, is because I'm left-handed, because the way cutlery is served, where your mouse pad is meant to be sitting, although we don't use mouse pads anymore, but I use that with my right hand, even though I should probably be using it with my left. And when you order a coffee, they do some beautiful coffee art. It's always upside down and the mug is facing a different way when you want to drink out of it with your left hand. These are just like little things, but like niggly things that you just accept and move on with. At the same time, I think being left-handed has been such a superpower. When I was playing netball, I guess defenders weren't really used to playing someone that's left-handed. So you could often get the ball and just pass it off really quickly because they weren't getting their hands up in the right direction. That is quite technical right there. But my favourite batsman, and I don't know if I've shared this story on the podcast, I definitely will when we head into cricket season in Australia, Justin Langer. He's left-handed too. And when we did meet up in Brisbane at the beginning of, was it last year, I think? It was so corny. But we were talking about 20 minutes and he was telling me all about transcendental meditation. It was a really great chat. And I ended up going, I just love that you're left-handed. And we did this like handshake. So ridiculous. But that is I don't know if other left-handed people did that. It felt right at the time. But yeah, I asked Manus to find me some weird advantages of being left-handed. So Manus is an AI research tool. Things like creativity and intuition. Interesting. They are also better at rhythm and visualization. I think I'm good at visualization, but terrible at rhythm. Complex reasoning. Left-handed individuals are often good at complex reasoning with a high number of Nobel Prize winners. Wow. Writers, artists, musicians, architects, and mathematics being left-handed. They also appear to be better at divergent thinking. Interestingly enough, health perks. Left-handed stroke victims reportedly recover faster, possibly due to having to strengthen both sides of the brain to navigate a right-handed world. And in boxing, the sporting advantage, lefties appear to have, so southpaws appear to have an edge in sports like boxing or fencing where they might surprise opponents used to facing off against mostly right-handers. And I did a post, so I bought the domain name Left Hand Leaders maybe a few years ago. I did a post on LinkedIn about it. and just seeing if anyone was left-handed in my community and wanted to hang out. And all these people, all the left-handed people responded. A few right-handed people said, hey, I want to be part of it. But yeah, I don't know how to be inclusive on this one. And I think might be a fun community, a fun little niche in this. But I was surprised to say that. Oh, by the way, the second thing that I shared was, and I wasn't really not overthinking this question, the second essential thing about myself I shared that I was a Queenslander and that I love sunshine, the warm weather. I get thirsty and just love sport, that type of thing. So yeah, just kept it light and really looking forward to learning more about people on the walk today. Thanks for listening, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.